Okay, well, we're live on my end, I think.
Okay. Okay. I think we're live on my we're live on my end too. Yep. Yep. So
Okay,
we good.
perfect,
Yep.
perfect,
Yep.
perfect.
We good to go. We good to go.
So, I guess I should have did that, but that's okay. I have a ton of notes, Waxon. Like I've been taking notes
Okay.
forever because I just haven't had or really felt like coming on here, right? It's time
Right.
and opportunity. And for me, it's like, it's kind of a pain, but this is an important week and a lot's going on. So, um, I was gonna show what I got in the mail today too, but
Okay.
first, have you been able to watch the DNC at all? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched. What I did. I had because I had a meeting today. I had a meeting, so it started, and then when it ended, and I did a live, and then I went to right before I came on with you. Then I watched. You ever heard of Barry Cunningham?
No, I haven't actually.
Okay, he does pretty nice live shows, man. So I went to his show, and
Okay.
yeah. So that's what I've been doing. But I haven't. I was gonna listen to you and see how you hear what you got to say about it because I hadn't. Yeah.
First of all, hey John, thank you. Snowy, I don't look, I suck at StreamYard. Let me give that disclaimer first. Uh, so if I push the wrong buttons, I apologize. I was watching it last night when Biden spoke, and
Mhm.
I um I watched AOC.
Okay.
'Cause see,
Okay.
I don't know if you paid attention, but probably about a month ago, month and a half ago, she kind of came forward with some stuff and was being more honest, right?
I
Like,
remember that. Yeah, I do remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. And it was on her Instagram. And she was like wanting to hold people accountable,
Yep.
upset that, her people included, right? Um,
Hmm.
are so worried about what the lobbyists are saying, their donors,
Hmm.
when it's not about the donors, you work for the damn people,
Right.
you know, but people, our politicians collectively, uniparty, are concerned with donors. They want their money, you know,
Right.
which this was never, let's be honest, this was never supposed to be a get rich politician type thing. Oh, I don't know what happened. He'll be back. It was supposed to be we work for the people. So I gave her credit for the fact that she even came forth and said that. So it made me feel like, okay, regardless, right, left, if you're saying the right thing, I kind of have to back it. Not that I have to, but I feel it's appropriate to back it. Hold on. Here he goes.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I was simply saying that, whether I agree with her politics or not, I have to give her credit for the fact that she was being honest, right? Because
Okay.
it is about people. And with that, my hope was, okay, going forward, is she going to keep calling this out, or are they going to try to silence her? And then
Right.
the clip that I seen of her speaking, it's like, oh, here we go,
Yeah.
same old shit,
They done. They
Yeah,
done. Yeah.
yeah, they might have
Yeah. It's
smacked
like.
her on the hand or something and told her to, you know, fall back, whatever,
Hmm. Hmm. Or it might have been an act from the get go to pull you in. I'm noticing that with a lot of people. They'll pull people in like they're the opposition, and then next thing you know, they done paid them off, and they're like, "Oh yeah, come on, that's wonderful," So I'm seeing a lot of that. But at the end of the day, like I said earlier today, I called out Kelly Megan. Man, Kelly Megan is acting weird. I don't know if you follow her, but she's been that because she said, "Oh, I'm endorse Trump," and all of a sudden now she's acting weird, man. She's moving funny. So
well, and she's another, we can't count on them people, really.
that's true. You're right. You're right. You can't. We
You know,
can't. Yeah.
we can't. And it's unfortunate that people get put in these positions. I feel like they shouldn't even open their mouth at all,
I agree.
because if you feel like you can't hold the line, don't say nothing at all.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a bad look.
Another one that kind of like I was just like, but he never was even committed. Like I said, I'm more mad at Megan Kelly. But you ever heard of Jimmy Dore?
No, you know a lot more people than I do.
Oh, okay,
1 second, Blackstone. Hey
okay.
Mo, good to see you. John, did I say hi? Tamil, Mo's in the chat right now. I don't know if he, can you hear me good? Why does
Hmm.
it look like on my side like the audio isn't coming? Okay, never mind, never mind. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, you know a
Oh no,
lot
you
more
good.
people than I do. You follow a lot more people than me. So you probably can enlighten me on what these other people are saying. I don't, it's a few people I know. That's it. As far as
So yeah.
commentators.
Um, like I said, I a lot of these people I've been following for years, long before even Trump even ran for office. I've been following these people since Obama. Now Jimmy Dore is more on the left side, right?
Okay.
But Jimmy Dore, he's been on the up and up, but he had Alex Jones on his show, and he tried to get Alex Jones to turn against Trump. And I was like, oh, you should have known, that wouldn't happen. And Alex Jones was like, man, Trump is great. And the audience started clapping, and I guess Jimmy Dore got upset about that. Jimmy Dore used to be with the Young Turks, if that gives you an idea.
Oh, okay. The Young Turks.
Yeah,
I'm familiar about the Young Turks through him.
yeah.
I mean, I kind of seen them a little bit, but that's how I know who they are.
Yeah, so they're way to the left. They extremists, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, Jake, they're just they got TDS. Let's just say that. They got TDS real bad.
Well, right here, what John said, I'm waiting for this to happen, and I wish he would hurry up and do it if he's going to do it.
Yeah, that's going down. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
going
yeah, yeah,
down.
yeah.
But Trump like to make people wait.
I
'Cause
know, I know.
RFK, he's with it. He's with it, man. But uh, Trump like to make people wait, man. Trump be doing his own thing, man. So that's on Trump, man. Jimmy, uh, I'm gonna say that RFK has already endorsed Trump, or else they wouldn't. They're putting it out there to get a feel, but it's already happened. I think RFK been endorsed them.
I like RFK
Hmm.
as somebody to work potentially CDC, FDA. I think
Hmm.
he'd be an asset. Sometimes, I'm not cool with the wishy-washy. The story was out that he went to Kamala and this and this, and then
That's yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's been debunked, but yeah, I got you though.
I like that rep out of Louisiana too. That's he was the one that was pounding them about J6 and the committee. Remember
Oh,
the Congress? What's his name?
Clay Higgins. Clay Higgins. He
Higgins.
talked.
I was going to
Yeah.
call him Dunning. Clay Higgins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clay Higgins. Yeah. He's investigating the Trump shooting.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
in charge of that.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but Clay Higgins was complaining because Mr. Crooks or Cooks, is it Crooks or Cooks? The one that shot up.
Crooks.
Okay,
Crooks.
so
Yeah.
they destroyed his body.
Yeah. Yeah. They did it so fast. They
They did it
cremated him. Yep.
fast, right? So Clay Higgins is complaining. He's like, "Man, you didn't even let us look at the body. You're supposed to let us look at the body because Clay Higgins used to be former sheriff."
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's like, "Yo, there, he knows all the right procedures that you're supposed to go through when you exhume a body, and they destroyed the body." So Clay Higgins is upset about that shit. So yeah, Clay Higgins is like calling them out. He's like, "Yo, you're not supposed to destroy the body without us looking at it."
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was messed up, but they made a lot. We know, they made a lot of wrong moves with that, and are going to continue to do it. I'm glad he's doing his quote unquote investigation, and he did say, and I hope he stands on his word that the American people deserve an answer, and they do.
yeah. Well, I
Just
trust Clay Higgins, man. He's one of
yeah,
the real ones, man. He ain't, like I said, he is a real sheriff. He did law enforcement in Louisiana for years, so he's the real deal. He ain't no fake like politician. Just he's a real deal.
well, something I wanted to ask you about too before I forget while I got you on here, Black Sun, is that I noticed, you hear a lot about January 6th, right?
Yeah, J6.
People
Yeah,
want to people want to bang this into the ground forever.
Right.
And I heard you mention earlier something about, you know, the black community doesn't give a shit about that.
No, we don't.
And if you could expound on that a little bit, because my only question is, I have seen some other content creators that would consider themselves like, I don't know,
Okay.
pro black
Okay.
or
So let me be more specific. I mean,
okay,
when I say that black people, it's not in our top 10 concern. Meaning, if you are a working class black person concerned about business, the economy, food prices, gas prices, feeding your kids, paying your mortgage, you see how this is stacking up?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So that's why I said it quickly stacks up. When you talk about real life, paying real life bills, taking care of your house, your car, your daily living, J6 is not going to be in your top 10. That's all I was saying. I'm not saying that it's not concerned. I'm saying it's not a priority.
got it, got it.
So if it's a priority, they lying because black people as a whole, we worrying about our bills first. We're worrying about food prices. We're worrying about future jobs. We're worrying about the border because the first people who are going to lose a job are black people. We're concerned about health care. We're concerned about Medicaid. We're concerned about money going over to Ukraine. We're concerned about high taxes. You see where J6 is would not fit in the top 10? That's all I was saying.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. But I was just
And,
kind of,
and I'll debate anybody on that. Black or white, it don't matter. I'll tell them, man, that's not a concern of black people. And if it is, tell me what is more important than what I just mentioned. Because even white people be like, nah, I wouldn't even be concerned with them either.
right,
But
right.
white or black, because everything that I mentioned would take priority over some J6. Come on now.
Right. Oh, Mrs. Red Badger, good to see you. Hi, Lisa. Supone's always gonna be here to be a contrary. You know, he's got to go again. He's
All
totally
right.
against Trump, but it's okay if you can stay civil. I'm with it. You know, everybody's welcome to their own
Yeah.
opinion. Hey, Callie.
Well, what I'm saying is I feel insulted. Do you remember when Trump went to the black journalist something, something, something?
Oh yeah, the NABJ
Yeah, the NABJ.
Nationals. Yeah, something. Yeah, something.
What
Black journalists.
what I'm saying as a black person, what those were fake media talking points. Those weren't black and talking points because Trump tried to bring up jobs. He tried to bring up him donating to HBCUs. He tried to bring up things that black people are concerned about. And they were like, no, 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 no. What about J6? And I'm like, that's not a black concern. Like Trump is trying to bring up black concerns.
Well, the interesting part is now I hear, you know, I've always heard people say, well, why would, you know, like, why would we be concerned with, you know, quote unquote white problems or black problems? You know, sometimes I just want to say, shut the hell up. We have
Right,
American
exactly.
problems. When are we going to talk about that?
But again, that's the media that keeps doing that.
Oh,
And
of
whoever,
course.
if there's black people falling into that, they're getting all their information from the fake news. See, I can think for myself. I know what affects me in real life. So I don't need the fake stream media. In fact, I feel insulted as a grown man, them holding my hand and saying, you know what, these are your problems. This is your problem. No, it ain't. And that's why I look at Steve Harvey and people like Ricky Smiley, and I'm like, oh, why you don't vote for Kamala because she's black? I've already did the black thing with Obama, and that didn't work out too well.
Mm, mic drop. I mean, I'm
So
just
if
saying
anybody tries
that
to
is
attack me,
true. If we're basing it on that, it shouldn't even be anything about identity politics.
no,
You
it
know what
should.
I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Well, all I'm saying is I learned from my mistake. I did
Right.
the race in time. So you can't bring the race identity politics to me because I did it already. And in fact, a lot of us did it already with Obama. So enough of that shit. Like, like, like,
And
kill
you're
that.
right,
Done that.
Blackson. I had Republican family members in 2008 say, "We're going to give this guy a shot.
Right,
Let's be honest. He is a great talker,
right,
great CIA asset, whatever you want to call it. Okay,
right,
he's very in person. He moves. I mean, everything is
right.
just
So we did our dues. We paid
yeah.
our dues with the black card. We did the black thing. So let's give it a rest now because we did that shit.
Well, not to say that it couldn't potentially happen again, but it's got to be the right person, right?
No, no, no,
It
no, no,
wouldn't.
no, no. Barack Obama was a top notch. Like you said, he was a great speaker. He was a smooth talker and all that.
Yep.
The policies, no. We got to do policies for my. We got to grow up. We got to stop being children and grow up and do policies. Fuck that race shit. Because black people are not the same. We don't have the same interests.
Right.
Nobody in Hollywood represents me. People in Hollywood don't even pump their own goddamn gas.
Well, hey, you got people listening, and I'm a fan of Cardi B. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, it's a guilty
And
pleasure,
that's fine. That's fine.
but Cardi B can't even drive the $1 million Lambo she can buy. So what are we talking about here? We're in two different worlds.
Right, and most likely Cardi B has somebody do her grocery shopping for her. She puts a list down of what she wants, or her personal chef. Like, I want this tonight, and the chef write it down to the person goes picks it up. She doesn't go to the grocery store. So
Exactly.
why are these people telling us who to vote for, and we don't even live the same lifestyle? Like, y'all don't even, they've never even picked up a gas nozzle, and they got. Yeah, don't get me started. They have not picked a gas nozzle, and they don't go to the grocery store and stand in line.
Facts, for sure. I just, Umar has been kind of a hot topic. Umar Johnson.
He has, yeah.
He's been making, he's back on the Breakfast Club for another appearance.
Why?
Well, he pointed out he did have. There's probably about a 7-minute clip of him pointing out, some important things, but it's like all this stupid stuff he says kind of it's like it smashes out the important message, because look at him. He's a hustler himself. I mean, he's been what, building a school for 8 years and
Oh, say so. Okay, I'll say this. I can see Dr. Umar going it, but somebody like Vivek Swami, they're not even on his level. Like, I don't know if you've seen that, but Vivek
yep,
Ramaswamy went, and I'm like, why do we keep giving credit to the Breakfast Club? Like, they're stupid. They're idiots.
yeah, yeah,
Straight up,
yeah.
they're idiots. They're not even. They're like a waste of Vivek's time. But I get why Vivek goes on there. But Dr. Umar, even though I consider Dr. Umar smarter than the people on the Breakfast Club, I get it because Dr. Umar probably doesn't have a vast audience as a Vivek Swami, so I can understand him going on there. But again, those people are not on Dr. Umar's level. The people who listen to Breakfast Club are damn niggas. They're like
Well,
niggas.
I mean, I'll go and listen to it here and there if a person I really want to hear. Like I did go listen to Vivek again, right? I don't
Right.
like. I'm not a big fan of him. He sounds good, but a lot of them sound good, right? If you pay attention to Kamala, she'll try to even speak like Obama spoke. She can't.
Really? Does it sound like a bunch of word salad when
She'll try to. If you pay attention to like the pause, and if you think about it while you're watching her, no, she can't hack it. She's just trying hard. I mean,
I guess my problem is when I listen to Trump and I listen to Kamala, I'm listening for policy. So I guess that's what my issue is because I'm not listening for, like I said, Obama did all that, the razzle dazzle and the bazzle bazzle and gazzle.
the razzle
Right.
dazzle.
I listened to all that shit. I've had it up to here with the razzle dazzle word salad talk. Like, what are your policies? Every time Trump, say what you want about Trump, Trump is talking policies. That's why I don't understand this whole hoopla
And
about Trump.
Trump can hold it down. Let's be
Yeah,
honest. She
yeah.
can't even get 30 minutes in. He can hold it down for hours. How many people can do that?
Well, I don't know if you even peeped what Trump did with Elon. Elon and Trump had like kind of a light debate. I don't know if people peeped that. When they got on the subject about electric cars, Trump is not really for electric cars. And, Elon is all for electric cars.
Right.
So even though they have a friendly conversation, they're friends, they kind of had like an exchange, a disagreement about that. And Trump was kind of taking little jabs at Elon, but people didn't peep it because, they buddies. But Trump was like, nah, it's going to tear up the roads. We're going to have to build new bridges. We're going to have to build new tunnels. It's just not feasible. And I think it went over people's heads, but that was a light debate right there. And so you see how long he was talking with Elon. And
Yeah.
you're
Yeah. They
saying
talk.
that Kamala is going to, but a lot of people miss this. Kamala's not going to run on policy.
She doesn't have to.
Yes, she
This
does.
is.
Who says who?
I'm.
This is not
I'm.
COVID. I'm sorry that we're not living under C-19 no more. There ain't no more lockdown. See,
But clearly,
Obama.
these people aren't too intelligent, Blackson. She doesn't have to really say anything.
I'm confident that more people are waking up to policies as opposed to whatever they're trying to do. They're trying to hide her. They're trying to do the whole Biden thing, hide until the election. That's not going to work this time. I'm trying to tell you, that's not going to work because too many people are hurting economically and too many people are waking up to policy. And what is Trump doing? He's hammering policy, 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 policy. And people are like, you know what? That Trump, you know what? And now all of a sudden the TDS becomes irrelevant. All this talk about myth about Trump being racist and him being excessive is becoming minute to people's concerns. That's why I said when people, he's hammering in tapping into people's concerns. That's what Trump is doing. He keeps saying the same thing at the rally because they're all related to policies. That's why he keeps saying it and keeps saying it, keeps saying it, keeps saying it, and people are catching on.
That's the logical answer, but have you talked to some of these young liberals? I've literally heard them say that our economy is good right now.
Okay, and a lot of them live with their parents, and a lot of them live with, like I said, I think there's more people out here who are struggling, who have got their own jobs, who don't live with mommy and daddy, that are going to vote opposed to them who live with their mommy and daddy, saying, "Oh, the economy's good." I don't think there's enough of them to outnumber us, is what I'm saying. I don't think, but we'll find out in November. We'll see in November. But I'm saying that I think the people who are hurting their pockets are going to go over broken glass to vote for Trump. You got to realize there's two types of people that's going to vote: people who want Trump and people who don't like Trump. That's the two voters.
And speaking
Not
of that,
because they
you
like Obama, not because they like Kamala, not because Kamala's the first. Oh, no. They don't even. They're not even concerned about Kamala. It's either you love Trump or hate Trump. That's what the election comes down to. And I think there's more people who will go over glass based on their love for Trump for those who hate Trump.
I mean, I have critiques about Trump, right?
We all
But
do.
the bottom line is who's the better candidate? I don't give a shit that I think that Trump's ego is too big and he needs younger people on his team and his ear to the street. And, I can say a bunch of things that I feel like I could critique him on, but he's the better option.
Well, clearly, he is. Not only is he better option, he's better experience. And not only that, let me just give you just some real clear logic. Putin, Vladimir Zelensky, Kim Jong Un, Erdogan, Prince Salmani, all these people do not respect Kamala Harris. They respect Trump.
So we put her at the table, and her response is, don't. That's what she tells Iran. When
Well,
Trump sits there and says, "Here's a picture of your house. If
mhm,
you touch any hair on an American's head,
right,
it's everything that you have in that household is null and void."
right,
But she tells him, "Don't,"
right.
as if that's a big scary threat.
It's
Don't,
not.
don't.
It's not. They're laughing. They're first of all, they're laughing. Number one, they're laughing at Tim Kaine for the fact that he put tampons in a boy's bathroom. Do you not think that is the laugh of the world? Like the world is laughing at us. Like this is who y'all got. This man believed in. Let me not even get on the horse smoothie. I'm not going to even get on that. Let's just get on the facts because I can't prove the horse smoothie. But I don't know if you heard about the horse smoothie.
Lord, I think I heard pieces, but
Okay, I'm not going to even mention that. The fact is that, well, I'm going to just stick to the facts tonight. The fact is, he put tampons in the boy's bathroom. You don't think all these world leaders are laughing at that?
absolutely.
Like we look like a damn joke if we get goddamn just Tim Kaine. That alone is a joke. What are we talking about?
A lot of people, again, they don't, in their minds, the TDS is so strong. It's like anything other than Trump. I don't give a damn if you put a donkey in there,
I
It's
don't think it's strong
easy.
enough.
Their ideology is, I don't even know where it comes from.
Well,
You know,
again, I could be proven wrong, but I think there's more of us. I think there's more people with common sense. I know there's a lot of stupid people in the world, but I don't think they outweigh I don't think the people with TDS outweigh the people with common sense. I just don't think, as far as voting wise, I think more people are going to show up with common sense than they do with TDS.
Yeah, I think he misspoke. Yeah, I think they were talking about it. Hey, LSP, good to see you. I think I might have saw somebody else, but I apologize if I don't say hi to everybody. I'm trying, but I'm trying to is keep my thoughts on point too. It's wild, man. It's crazy. And I heard earlier, right, that I think Josh was telling me something about California getting ready to pass zero down home loans for migrants.
Yeah,
Like if that doesn't if that doesn't incite, I just don't know what more you could say to people, what more you could, they're banging the pavement for their own detriment and don't even know it.
right, right.
Don't even
Oh,
know it.
I
A,
mean,
a clip yesterday, a lady in Chicago, she had to have been in her 50s. She's literally saying to the protesters down at the DNC, like, why don't y'all get the hell out of them police, them Chicago police's faces? She's like, that's who I have to call if I have a problem. She's like, I get what you're here for, but I've been here. She was saying like she grew up here and
right,
they got their own problems. So we
right,
got these entitled assholes coming in, don't know really shit what they even represent, screaming in the police's face. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy, man. Well, they
right,
get to go back home to the suburbs, right? And not have a worry in the world. These people have real problems. That's
right.
crazy.
Hmm. I want to address Johnny Quest real quick. Johnny Rest in the chat, he says voting is fixed. Dominion machines are still being used, so Trump won't win. Okay, so I'm a part of the Trump Force 47 here in Georgia. Let me just assure you what we got here in Georgia. Not only do you have to show your ID, there's a computer that scans your ID. If your ID doesn't fit the scan, number one, you don't go in there and vote. Number two, there's a tabulation on the computer and there's a tabulation with the hand count. Here in Georgia, the election board committee said we have to do a recount. We're going to have a hand count regardless of who wins.
That's what's up.
So, and I think I heard today from the Trump team today, they said that the other swing states are adapting this also. So, uh, good luck with the cheating. I don't think it's not going down. Like I said, they did a lot of things in 2020, but trust me, we are wise to that, and we have so many poll watchers. Like it's ridiculous. Like,
Now,
okay, go
I
ahead.
I signed up for that too. They sent
Yeah.
me a Zoom link. Um, but when I was trying to click on the link and call the number, the link didn't work, and it was just for Sunday, yesterday. Yeah, I mean, 2 days ago.
So hit. Okay, so I'm gonna have to hold on, hold on. Oh shit, what is the damn website? I'm gonna have to give you a website because they gave me a long list for people that miss it. There's a whole schedule. They got more meetings. So
Okay, so
I'll
if I could do it maybe this week, yeah, if you got that, let me
yeah,
know.
I will.
It
Because
seemed
they
like a general email that I got. I think the guy was oh man, I forgot his name now. I can't.
let me see if I can pull it up for you. Because like I said, I got it in my email. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Because I got like a list, the one I attended, and there's two and they got more stuff coming up. So
Poll watching is important and people can do it, you know?
yeah. Poll watching, like I said, the
Mike
they
Hoffman. Mike
uh,
Hoffman. Does that name?
it does sound familiar. Yeah.
Okay.
Um it should be a website called think it's called Voter Integrity or Voter something. I'm trying to look it
Yeah,
up
I'll
now.
look more into it now that we're
Yeah,
talking about it.
yeah, because they should have more than one date. Like I said, the one I got,
Oh wait.
they got yeah, schedules for all month long for
Yep,
classes.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I just clicked on something else. You're right.
Yeah, they got them on Tuesdays and they got them on Thursdays here in Georgia. So they got them at 12 o'clock on Tuesdays and 6 o'clock in 6 o'clock on Thursdays, and it's all month long. It's this month and next month. So if you
Thanks for
miss,
saying that.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
would have never looked, and
yeah,
now I see it. Yep.
they are not playing. They are not playing. They are not
I could
playing.
do it tomorrow night at 5:30 here.
There you go. That's it right there. Yeah,
So if you guys can, um, go find out in your area because it is important, and
yeah,
we do have a civil duty, right? Um,
yeah.
in some shape or form, and it won't hurt anybody to go for one day of your life and make sure. Well, maybe not one day, but you know what I mean.
And I'm gonna tell this to Trump supporters, man, and Republicans, because they always want to wait to the day of voting. Vote early. Don't wait until the day because anything can go wrong the day of voting. Vote early because that's what the Democrats do. They vote early.
Yeah, they do.
So if some shit goes wrong, they votes are good. We wait until the day of to go vote, and then, like I said, and then now, oh, this is closing down. Like it'd be a bunch of shenanigans. So to ensure no shenanigans a day of, vote early. And like it'll be less hassle if you go very early. There's no lines when you go very early. You in and out. I promise you, you'd be less than 10 minutes if you vote early. So everybody who wants to vote for Trump, who damn think they're gonna pull some shenanigans, vote early. And then not only vote, become poll watchers. And they will show you the classes, just show you, yo, we ready for any type of cheating. Especially here in Georgia, man, they better not because it's they ass because we have undercover cops, we have undercover police officers, we got people that are ready. We got state officials now. They are on watch.
Well, you know what they did here, Blackson? We had like 700 ballots get totally messed up in Douglas County.
I
So
heard about that.
yeah, Wisconsin. That's it's so sketchy here. I was glad to
Hmm.
see the flyer I got in the mail today. Like, okay, good. It's something for promoting Trump that I've seen because it's so much Democratic stuff that comes through here. You know what I mean? And today we had a random nonprofit group out here walking around, passing around flyers for it's something about prison reform and blah blah blah. But
Right.
anyway, the guy didn't even know who he was really working for. And I get it. They're just getting a
Yeah.
paycheck. They're out here to pass out flyers. So I'm just aligning that people go where the money's at.
Let me address Cali. Cali, you said fuck early voting, one election day, not election month. Cali, you got to understand the battle. You got to understand the battle plan, the strategy. If we all vote one day, that one day electricity can go out. Oh, they can run out of ballots. They can target that day as a day of fuckery. But if you go in early, they can't really track when you're voting. Does that make sense? It's a strategy. I understand you want to vote on that day, but what I'm saying is if we all go down on one day, that's a bad idea because anything can go down. Like here in Georgia, oh, we got a water main break. And in Texas, we ran out of ballots. They can pull any kind of fuckery. Oh, the line is too long. If you vote early, it's a strategies. That's what I'm saying. It's a strategy that they use, and we need to use the same strategy. We need to fight fire with fire. So, I mean, I'm not saying don't vote. If you want to vote on that day, what I'm just saying it's easier for them to target that day for some fuckery, for some cheating, for whatever. That's what I'm saying. Does that make sense to you? Because that's the way it was explained to me, and I was like, that makes perfect sense.
You don't want any water mains breaking or
No,
No.
no electricity going out. Oh, we just suddenly ran out of ballots. They can make up any excuse because they target that date. But if you're going, everybody randomly going, and they don't know when that we get our votes in. Boom, we get our votes in. Boom, we're hitting them where they least expect it. But if they're expecting us November 4th, that's when they're going to plan to do the fuckery. But if we
And I
hit
know
them
you
early, then boom.
you mentioned the voter tax. Are you gonna do that too? And think about it or what?
I might. I hadn't committed to it yet, but I'm gonna give it a feel first because, like I said, I live in a rural area, and so I'm gonna give it
I
a
thought
feel.
about it too because a lot of people won't even go. But
Right, but the Georgia, the Trump 47 force is saying you won't even have to do that. If you get people to do absentee ballots, they can mail their ballots in. Like we're doing everything. We're not leaving nothing off the table. And this is what I see. This is what I kind of get on Trump's case because during the rallies, he's saying we should all take it back to 1 day voting. But in the thing, he's saying, yo, vote anyway, vote every way. Don't leave nothing off the table. The Democrats don't leave nothing off the table. So why are we doing that?
Well, I think everybody has their own individual strategy, and if it works for you, stick to it. That's what I'd say. You know what I mean? Whatever works for you, go for it.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you have a concern about cheating, then we have to counteract that cheating. We have to kind of see what they did and see how we counteract it. I don't know if you guys play checkers or chess, but you have to anticipate, okay, they're going to cheat. This is how they're going to do it. So therefore, if, like I said, down here, a water main break happened to break on election day. Well, guess what? We'll solve that problem if they plan on doing another water main break. Vote early.
No, I hear you, Johnny. You're right. He did say that, but and we've been shown in more ways than one how easy they can flip numbers around. So I think the biggest thing this time is to try to make sure that they don't, can't, or won't.
Well, you got to remember the main thing we had against us was the C-19. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, people were at home. And so you didn't have poll watchers. So, during that time, during the C-19, I was out working, but you didn't have people like security guards. A lot of shenanigans could have happened during that time because everybody was in their house. So that old saying, when the cat's away, the mice will play.
Yeah.
So that's what they were doing with the voting system. It's like, who's going to check us? But now we got poll watchers that are police officers, that are elected officials. We got people in the military. We're not playing that. And for, like I said, during the C-19, we only had maybe a scarce handful of poll watchers. We got an army of poll watchers now. So the Democrats felt more emboldened to do what they did. And what I'm saying is not going down like that. We got safeguards. And even with the whole, like they say, oh, well, the Dominion machines. Okay, we got safeguards for that too. Remember, we got just as many computer savvy people on our side than they do on their side. It's just that our people were locked down during the C-19 while their people were running around. We were on lockdown and their people were running around and causing this whole, fiasco that happened in 2020. So we don't have no C-19. We ain't got no monkey flu. We ain't got no bird pox, nothing to hold us down this time. Because if they were going to start that, they would have started that a long time ago and build up to the lockdown. We're 76 days away. So ain't none of that that's going to hold us down. The only thing that can hold us down is us. And like I said, you're concerned about cheating, don't use the old school method because we go in one way. We're just going to vote on election day. And like I said, if you depend on that 1 day, anything can happen because they're targeting that 1 day. But if we're coming in on different days, they don't know what's hitting them because they're expecting November 4th. They're going to come in and we're hitting them on all these days. Boom, boom, we're voting, we're voting, we're voting, we're voting, we're voting. So if they plan, okay, November, we're going to shut down the lines. We're going to cut off the power. We're going to have another water main break. Okay, well, good. You can do all that because our votes are already in. Does that make sense to y'all?
It makes sense to me. I hear what you're saying. And I would say, I would tell people, do what you know, do what works for you. As long as you get out and vote. I'm not going to sit and debate it. So whatever works, that's for me, you know?
Okay, fair enough. Like I said,
Yeah.
I hope I hope nothing happens on November 4th is what I'm saying. So I hope, if you're really, really, really concerned about cheating, don't vote or vote early. That's all I'm saying. But, if you're confident, like I said, we do have safeguards and everything should go smoothly. So, but my suggestion is to vote early, but because that's what they're doing. Because if the Democrats, a lot of them, they'll get their votes in early because somebody hit them to like, okay, this is going to go down on this day. We're going to shut this down on this day. We're going to run out of balance on this day. We're going to do the fuckery on this day because everybody knows, all the Democrats know that the Republicans are so fixed on voting on November. So they're told Vote early because we're going to do the fuckery on November 4th. Does that make any sense?
I hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
Okay. Okay. So that's all I can say to the cheating.
So let me ask you this: did you listen to Biden talk last night?
I saw a clip that was it Benny Johnson?
No, it could have been. Yeah, he does a lot of clips.
Yeah, I watched a clip from Benny Johnson where he was stuttering. So I did see Benny Johnson clips. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched the clips that Benny
Yeah,
Johnson.
it's almost sad to watch.
Yeah.
Seriously.
My whole goal is this is to watch clips from like some certain sources. I'm not going to directly support the DNC, so I'm not going to watch it directly. But if it just so happens like people that I watch that play it, then like if you play clips of it, I'll watch it. I'll support you, but I'm not going to support them directly. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, and Tamil, to answer that question, that Project 2025 is a very long document and it's a bunch of insanity, in my opinion. It's not something I would even consider entertaining because,
Um, First question I would ask Tamil is the Project 2025 on Trump's website? That's the first thing you got to ask.
yeah, no,
Because Agenda 47 is on Trump's website, but Project 2025 is from the Heritage Foundation. It's not on Trump's website. Trump denounced it, so it's not on his website. He denounced it. So that's all I can say to that. So I don't pay attention to Project 2025 because it ain't got nothing to do with Trump. It's not on his website. If it's not on his website, his official website, Trump47.com, then it's not had nothing to do with Trump. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, the Democrats made up Project 2025.
yeah, I mean that's the best, really that's one of the best things they use as a detractor. And whoever did that to me was on some type of sabotage, to with Trump, in my opinion. Because why would you try to, unless they just randomly connected that, which I don't think anything is random. Okay. Just saying. I don't think it's coincidence that they did that. That's just my opinion though.
Well, like I said, if it's not on Trump's website, then it ain't got nothing to do with Trump. So it's out there, but a question you need to ask, and everybody, is it on Trump's website? That's either yes or no. If it's not, then it ain't got nothing to do with Trump. End of discussion. It shouldn't be tied to Trump because everything tied to Trump is on his website. That's all I'm saying. So it's like, and that's what Trump is saying. And Trump will tell you, he said on many rallies, it's not even on my website. What's on my website is Agenda 47.
Right, right.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Whoever, I feel like they set out intentionally to try to sabotage with that. I think, you know what I'm getting at? Because that was a
no, I
good
know
way.
what you're getting at. No, I
People
get
bring
it.
that up all the time to me. Oh man, that Project 2025, man. And I always got to explain. That's why I'm saying, like, there had, in my mind, it almost seems like it was a sabotage attempt. Just saying.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but again, it's not on Trump's website, so it's even a waste of a discussion. Like I said, I
Yeah.
I can't find Project 2025 on Trump's website, so I can't comment on it. And if anybody, oh, but Trump said no, Trump didn't. No, it's not on Trump's website, so it ain't got nothing to do with Trump.
It's
So
crazy. In your
I'm
chat,
not okay.
no, I was gonna say, in your chat room the other day was somebody coming in. Well,
Yeah,
remember this happened on this day in 1982. They pointed out like three or four different incidents. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? The I don't understand why people, like anything that the way that people are so conditioned to think a certain way, they
hmm
won't even take 2 minutes to go read anything. Everybody is so busy talking, they don't want to
hmm
listen.
I agree.
It's crazy, man. I do not understand. Like my dad is the one that pretty much converted me to be a Trump supporter. Not by,
Mm.
I heard you say the other day, and you were like, no, I'm not defeated, Kelly. What I meant is, I've heard a lot of people say, I don't debate anymore. I don't talk to stupid people. I can't do stupid. I get it. But the reality is, what'd you say? We got 76 days. So, in my opinion, anytime I get the opportunity to potentially clear something up that I know to be fact, or if I know somebody that's headed in the wrong direction, they don't really even have a direction, I might step in. But I just wish people would steer away from the ideology of I can't do stupid anymore. I'm not gonna try with these people.
Well, okay, can I clean that up?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I guess I should elaborate it more, meaning I'm not going to debate my life experience with your life experience. You, as a grown person, you lived under 4 years of Trump and you lived 4 years under Biden. I trust that you have enough sense to know which was better for you. That's what I'm not going to debate. Like, we did 4 years under Biden, we did 4 years under Trump. I don't think I should have to debate that. Like,
Right.
if you feel like you've did better 4 years under Biden, then I guess there's some, like you said, people that live with their mom and daddy feel like it's better. Then okay, then me debating that with a person is a waste of my time. Because if you're not paying bills like I pay bills, but again, I can only speak from my experience. You know what I'm saying? I pump gas in my car. Like when I talk to my son, he comes, Dad, man, it costs about $50 a night. He drives like a little Toyota Camry. So what I'm saying is that each individual person, we go to the store, we pump our gas, we pay our goddamn light bill, we pay our goddamn rent, mortgage, whatever the fuck it is. We take care of our animals, we buy dog food, cat food, whatever it is, and we have to deal with that as adults at the end of the day. So I trust that the people who have their own responsibilities will make the best choice for themselves. I trust that because my experience is not your experience. So that's what I mean by I'm not going to debate your experience. You live 4 years under Trump, you live 4 years under the Biden, you know what's best for you. Does that make any sense?
No, yeah, that's pretty
So that's
clear.
all. That's all I was saying. So
I mean,
for a
that's
per,
really the best argument. You don't really have to get deeper than that if you
well,
want to be
that's why
technical.
when people come at me, it's like, well, you don't even know me. So if you don't know me, how do you know how my lifestyle is, my expenses? Like, do you know how much my cable bill is? Do you know how many kids I got? Do you know how much I pay down payment on a house? You don't know these things. So this is my experience. So I have to make the best decision for me. And Trump told me that he's going to start drill baby drill. And I remember I trust Trump because under Trump, gas was almost down to $1.87. So I trust when Trump said he's going to bring it back down because he did it. So what is there to debate? There's nothing to debate. That's what I mean by there's nothing to debate. So
Okay.
if people want to debate, oh, well, Trump, this and that, Trump has already proven himself. He already proved he didn't start no new wars. He proved that he brought the economy down to where gas was cheap, food was cheap. Because, again, me being a truck driver, if gas is cheap, food is cheap. Because guess who brings your food in? The truck
Right.
drivers. So if you charge us, we got to charge you.
Well, and a lot of people will say, well, Trump spent too much money and Biden spent more. Okay. But
Okay.
here's the difference. Trump was giving the money to Americans. See, they
Right.
forget about that part.
Right.
Biden is sending their money all over the place but to Americans, right?
Right. So what is
So
their debate? Right. You just said
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So if we're
This is
gonna talk
reality.
about debt and Owen and all this other shit, like let's first know where the money went. Okay, like having a deficit under the guise of I had to help Americans out. We had the COVID. um, he gave people the opportunity with the PPP loan, and I know people say, "Oh man, that absolutely counts." You can't count that out. If people took that 30 grand and fucked it off, that's their problem. But other people took 30, 50, 100,000 and did the right thing with it. And it didn't matter what you looked like. It didn't matter what your credit score was. None of that mattered. You had the opportunity on the table under Trump. Did they give you that opportunity?
No.
Where are they at? No, they're not giving Americans that opportunity, but they're getting ready to give migrants that opportunity.
Right,
you
right.
know?
I'm glad
So,
you brought up the migrants because that's another thing that I want to address that people are not paying attention to. So Kamala Harris under the Biden administration, at the DNC, because I'm not watching the DNC, but I heard there is a bus that's offering free vasectomies for men and free abortions for women.
yes, sir.
Now, they're targeting Americans on one hand, because I guess the argument would be, oh, well, we're overpopulated anyway, but you're giving incentives for illegals to have sex and pop out babies, and you're giving them $3,000, 335 per child. But wait, I thought we were. But you done convinced us that the world is there's a population control, but you're incentivizing. That's a contradiction. Well, let me say it again. You're telling us to have vasectomies and abortions, Americans, but you're incentivizing the illegals. They said for every child, we're going to give you $3,500 for every child that's born.
For the child tax care credit or whatever. Is that
Yeah,
what you're talking about, or is this something separate? Because the only thing I know about is the what I just said, the child
yeah, the one that Biden just passed, right? Are you talking about that? The child tax credit for the migrants, not for
is it,
Americans, for the migrants. This is for
yes,
just for the
something that
migrants.
he just did.
Yes.
I'll have to look in that specific one, but I know
Okay. And
that
while you're looking that up, so look up. They're getting $15,000 in food stamps, $5,000 cash, 25 to 100 towards a house, and then they're getting 35 a child. So while you're looking that up, look at those up too.
yeah,
Oh, and by
that's
the way,
a
we're paying
video.
for that. We're
Well,
paying for
plenty
that.
of people have done videos on that. And then the
Okay.
girl that did the video that was saying how she worked and busted her ass to save 25,000 to buy her food truck in 2019, and now she has to sell it, but the person inquiring to buy is a migrant. And she's like, "How are you even getting the money? Like she can't get the money."
Okay, good point. So why would the government, Kamala Harris and Biden administration, tell the men, American men, to get vasectomies and tell women to get abortions? Why would they tell us to do that?
Well, it sounds like to stop one demographic.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it wouldn't be because we're overpopulated or because we can't take care of the child, because that would contradict them incentivizing these people to have kids, right? The migrants. So you're right. So yeah, it would incentivize, let's depopulate these people and let's increase these people. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, okay. Because I thought it was strange, that this is happening at the same time that
Well,
the
let's be honest, they've always the abortion clinics have always been. That's one thing I can guarantee you. When I'm riding through the city, I'm going to see
Mhm.
a liquor store and an abortion clinic. It's a
Right.
thing.
But they're not going to encourage the migrants to get abortions and vasectomies, is what I'm saying, because they know that they're not going to go for that.
Well, plus, in my theory, the replacements are here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Elon says that we don't have an issue with overpopulation, that we could have a lot more people here, and there's nothing wrong with procreating. Those
Well,
are
yeah,
his words.
the 35,000 per child proves that.
Yeah,
That proves that. That's my whole point. But you're saying there's overpopulation, but you're encouraging these people to have kids.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you're encouraging us as Americans to get vasectomies and abortions.
Imagine that.
It's not adding up.
I don't know. When I was younger, people always said, "Look, you might not have money to have kids, but you'll figure it out. You'll find a way." Do I believe it to be true? Yeah, you can make it happen. You can. So the idea that you got to have an abortion because you can't afford it is like a farce for me. I don't.
But it's funny, we can't have our own kids because we can't afford it, but our taxes can pay for their kids.
Yeah, that's insanity.
We can't afford to have our own kids, so we got to get abortions of vasectomies, but we can pay out our taxes to take care of their kids and let them so they can have sex and have kids.
Yeah, they want them to procreate, but they don't want
Right. But
black
they're saying
people.
we can't afford our own kids, but they're going to take money out of our taxes. The more money we make, the more taxes they take out, so they can pay for their kids.
Yeah, they don't want poor whites or the black people having kids, but they want the migrants to keep fucking like rabbits. Excuse my French.
Right. Yeah, that's what they're going to do on our dime. Just like Fannie and Nathan Wade did on our dime, but that's a whole nother topic. They were freaking and spreading eagle on our, on Georgia's taxpayers' dime, but that's a whole nother topic. I'll say that for a whole nother show. But it's the same concept. We're paying for their hotel room, their bed, and them have a good old time while we gotta them do the bisectomies and
We're giving
abortions.
them the we're giving
Yeah,
them the hotel beds to make the kids.
right, right.
And I was trying to tell you earlier you were driving, but I was saying, I know a couple of women that have throughout my years that have had kids by people that have crossed the border, okay?
Okay,
And interesting enough, they catch a DUI, but they're back in 90 days. This
right,
is
right.
prior to the issue we had now. Let's say 10 years ago. Okay. They get a DUI, they get deported, they're back in 90 days. But come to find out, both these chicks I know found out that the kids that they had, but these men had whole other wives,
Yeah,
families in another country.
right. Are
It's
you surprised?
crazy. Like, wait a minute. You got a whole life over there? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Fun times, but I don't know. I hope people just get their head out of their ass and do the right thing. Uh,
Well, in order for that to happen, see, Trump is going to force and take away the initiatives of them people coming over here because the Biden administration has given these people a reason to come over here. These people cross over barbed wire fences and snakes and goddamn scorpions over here because somebody's given them the initiative and goodies to come over here. Trump is going to take those goodies away so they don't risk their lives being trafficked or sex traffic or organ harvesting or crossing with goddamn snakes and scorpions and shit. It won't be worth it to them because it's going to be America first. It's going to be Trump's America is going to be as strict as the elections are about to come up.
and we got to have it that way. We can't have it any other way.
Yeah, but that
You
way
know,
because you know, right.
and they manipulate the numbers. I am sold on that cuz
Oh they've showed that. They're I mean they right now they're trying to say which don't matter. They're trying to say that are we talking about the poll numbers right now?
yeah, absolutely. They're
Okay,
altering all the numbers. They're altering the inflation
right.
percentage. They're altering everything to fit their narrative. This is the craziest shit I've ever lived in. Best political theater ever. I'll say that much. I never even imagined this.
Again, you're not going to be able to fool somebody who deals with numbers. Like I said, Don Lemon, I'll never forget it. Don Lemon interviewed, he went on the streets and interviewed people, and he went up to this couple, and he's like, the guy's like, he basically was asking, Trump or Biden, or no, Trump or Harris or Trump or Biden. I can't remember. No, okay, he said Trump or Harris, and the guy was like Trump, and Don Lemon was like, well, why? And the guy said, I made more money under Trump. And Don Lemon gonna be like, well, that's not what the statistics says. Tell this man his experience.
It is this, yeah, exactly.
This man just told you he made. That's why I said it comes to life experience. This guy, I wish I could play that clip right now. I'll send it to you when I get a chance. He said, I'll play it to you another time. But he said, I think I sent it to you. It said so he's talking about his personal experience, and Don Lemon's dumbass was like, what the statistic says. And then I'm just like, that's why I find it silly debating with people talking about statistics. I'm talking about my real life experience. Like when I
Right,
go to the grocery store, that's telling me. When I
right.
spend $200 and only walk out with 2 bags of groceries, that's telling me right there. I don't what I need a statistic for. My receipt is showing me.
I've never been so particular about what I buy in my life. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally looking at everything. Like how much do you get per, like what's that number right there per ounce? Like wait a minute. I'm comparing pennies for real.
I've even considered eating ramen noodles. I don't even like ramen noodles. I've
uh,
even considered that. Right. I know that exactly. I'm like, yeah, right. That's the first reaction I get too. But I've considered like, damn, I haven't eaten that shit in years, but
I got
damn.
it in my cupboard. Worst case scenario,
Oh, okay.
it's in the
Well,
cupboard, but it's not something that I choose to want to eat. You know?
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it
Ugh.
gets that bad, right. If it gets that bad, it's like what I don't need statistics to tell me shit.
And this is the funny thing, and the liberals will tell me, get your weight up. You know, you got to make more money.
Oh
Like,
wow.
well,
Really? That's what they say?
yeah, they're telling me get your weight up. Like, okay, like I get it, I hear you, but right now I'm trying to live. It sounds good. Everybody wants to do better. You know, but in the aspect of voting and get your weight up. Oh my God, yeah, this is a very interesting time. And just, I
Hmm.
guess, sit back, put my feet up, do my job, and whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
But we didn't even really. I mean, we've been on for an hour. We didn't really get to talk about the DNC, but I got to go out of town in the morning. But
Okay.
I'll be back by the afternoon. I don't know if you wanna.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know what time you working tomorrow, cause we can come
Uh,
back on tomorrow night if you want.
yeah, I should be home around 5 o'clock my time, which would be 4 o'clock your time, I believe.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be
Okay.
back before 4, so
I'm
we
with it.
can um we can do that if you want
Yeah,
to.
I'm with it. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I ain't got. Yeah,
Cause we
and once
really
I,
didn't even get to that. And I'm like, damn, it's already been an hour, and I got to turn around and get up early.
well,
I
it's
thought
cool
we were
because
waiting
it's
for
a
Vic.
lot. Like we might have to do it in series because it's a lot to talk about. Like I said, you just can't like explaining the whole project 2025 alone can take up an hour. You see, it took about 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about uh, policies, each policy can take about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour to discuss and really get through. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that'd be some work.
it could be some work. So that I get it. Like I said, and there's so many directions you can go in because, like, man, when we talk, we be talking about just domestic stuff. Like, what if we even got on the foreign policy? That's a whole nother beast. You know what I'm saying? So again, but when
Well,
it
the
comes,
bottom line is, like you said earlier, you cannot put this woman in front of any
no,
foreign leader and get respect. It's not going to happen.
we don't respect her here.
Exactly.
So
And even a couple of my friends I got over in the UK, I got a friend in Birmingham,
mhm.
even they're like, man, hopefully Trump can get in there and save y'all, like they're even rooting for Trump, and it's like, wow, like, okay, people are coming from all different countries saying support Trump.
Right, because they understand even if they live in Canada or England, if Trump does not get in office, these other countries are going to feel emboldened to go to war. That means, and I don't even want to think about it, but they're not going to. You're talking about China. You're talking about, man, who's not on the list? China,
Yeah,
Iran, Russia.
that,
Who's not
that's
on the
that
goddamn list?
that's definitely another 45-minute conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole. Yeah, you're right. That's why I said, yeah, we even with foreign conversations, that's the whole thing. Like I said, the whole Israel Gaza situation, none of that's going to end under Kamala. That shit is going to, it's going to exacerbate. We definitely need Trump to goddamn put a cap on that shit, get it under control.
Well, and tomorrow, if it's early enough, we can drop the link. You said, whatever, in the evening time, we can put the link out, and then other people can come on,
Yeah,
and if they want to, and chime in. That
yeah,
that would be great.
yeah. I'm
If you
with
don't
it.
mind.
No, no, I don't mind. I love it. I like us love it. I love. I love the dialogue. I love the round tables. We ain't had a round table in a long time. And like I said, yeah, because we definitely need to create our own space because the fake news media ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to create a narrative. They're gonna keep creating these fake polls, except for Rasputin. Rasputin is cool. The rest of them are garbage. And yeah, it's up to us, man, to organize. And like I said, we got 76 days left to get Trump in there, man.
Yeah.
So we got,
That's what I'm saying. It's important to get the message out.
yeah,
Anybody we can get it to, even in our own communities. I don't try to, push myself on people, but if I hear something and I'm comfortable enough, I might interject or answer a question. And I've had good luck here for the few people I have had
good.
interaction with. So it can be, that's why I say don't lose hope. Because a lot of
No,
people,
I'm not losing hope. No, I commend you for what you do. What I'm saying is that some people just want to debate just for the sake of debating. You already know, based on them people who've been on MD, MD,
bless you.
want to just MD, MD. You know, they want to
Oh, I
debate.
thought you were sneezing.
I know. They want to debate for just for the sake of debating, and I'm like, we too grown, we too old for this dumb shit.
Right,
You
right.
know, some people debate because it's a sport to them.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, it's cool here or there. I'll have the discussion, but the screaming matches and stuff, man. I'm past
No,
that.
I'm not with the screaming matches either,
Yeah,
but at the same time, I'm not for insulting my intelligence. If I tell you that gas price is too high in the discussion, what are you trying to convince me of at that point?
right.
I have three vehicles. I have my own work truck, I have a utility truck, and I have a hoopty, and I got to put gas in all three. Not to mention heating up gas for my house. Not to mention the electric. Like all this energy costs money.
Speaking of that, I compared my last year from this year. $54 increase this
Yeah,
last month.
yeah, yeah,
$48 the month before.
yeah.
So people can't tell me that energy prices. I'm not doing really nothing different.
So yeah, right, you ain't got time to be debating with people. It's gonna frustrate you
Yeah, yeah,
because you see it when you get your bill every month. You're gonna look at
for
them
sure.
crazy. And that's all I'm doing. I get frustrated because again, I live too much real life. Like I get too many of these in real life. I'm gonna tell you what I get in real life. I get too many of these in real life. You see this? You see this?
Yeah, yeah,
I get
yeah,
these. These are real. This is reality.
yeah,
So when people want to debate me, I get frustrated because this is all that comes in my mailbox. And guess who's responsible for this right here? I am.
yeah.
So at the end of the debate, win or lose a debate, it's not going to pay this and bring this down. Trump's energy goddamn policy is going to bring that down.
Yeah, hi Tim. Hey Lord Spike.
Hey, Tim.
LSP came through. It's good to see you guys. I appreciate it. We're gonna get ready and wrap it up. You know what, John? I haven't got a confirmation on that just yet. I know it was up in the air. Mo wasn't exactly sure, so I'll have to find out for him what. I don't know if he's absolutely decided yet or not, because I know Portland Andy is out there and probably a ton of other people, but I just happen to know him through Mo. So Chicago was kind of crazy. I don't know what it's going to continue to be, but I guess we'll see. Seems like they handled it okay yesterday when they broke through the gate. Them police pushed them back and got them up out of there. So I don't think they really want too much smoke. No pun intended.
What
But
happened? What happened? Somebody, you said some
Um,
police?
them protesters,
Oh,
they broke open the gate
of
to get
course.
to the road, but the police were lined up on the other side, so they surrounded them and pushed them out. I don't know if they have
Right.
actually dropped the pepper spray balls. I know a few of them protested because they put on their masks, but a
Right.
few of the protesters that came prepared with gas masks, but
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
them get the hell up out of there. They were moving. So it was cute when they got through the gate, the fence, but they got him up out of there. So I don't know what they got going on tonight. I have to check it out. But yeah, we can come back and speak on more of this tomorrow. That'll be cool.
Okay, I'm with it. I'm with it. And like I said, man, I would love an open panel. Yeah, I would love it. I would love it. Cause
Yeah.
yeah,
Give other people the
we need to get
opportunity.
Mo. We need to get Mo on here, man. We're Mo working.
Yeah, if he's not going out of town, if he'll be in town tomorrow night, he can come on too. We could do it. Yeah, we can do it
Okay,
together.
okay, cool,
Yep,
cool. Yeah, yeah,
that'll
'cause
work.
yeah.
He'll be down.
Okay, well, I'm definitely down. Like I said, I want to definitely hammer in some more issues because it's a lot to deal with, like I said. And y'all, I need y'all to keep me informed with DNC because I'm not gonna watch it directly because I gotta say what little brain cells I got, man, and that shit.
Man, it's discouraging, bro, but somebody's got to do it, I guess.
I guess
It's
somebody got to
tough.
do it, man. I only got so many brain cells left, man. So I
Yeah,
can't, I got to say what little brain cells I got because
right. I hear you. Oh my God. Well,
that Meg the Stallion already took a lot of brain cells, man.
well, I thank you guys again for coming through, and we will be back tomorrow then.
Cool. All right.